Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm one of the empowerment advisors at Tomorrow's Women. So this is part 2 of the little herb pallet garden, and today we're going to be planting the herbs. Yeah. So we've filled these with soil now from the compost bin, because we've been making the compost. And the bottom ones, I've put some sand in with the soil because a couple of the herbs prefer it drier. They do better with like quite dry. So we'll just put this one in here. How we make the compost is when we've done the weeding, any weeding and stuff like that, all the weeds we throw into the compost bin. We put flowers in. Shredded paper, believe it or not, is a really good thing to put in there. Any dead flowers, vegetables, left peelings, anything like that, you just throw in there and you make your own compost, and it's really good compost as well. Full of worms, then that's when you know you've got a good compost. Yeah. So herb wise, I went to Asda and got some thyme, and that cost 50p. I also went to Lidl, because that's my local, and got some basil, parsley and some coriander, and these were 47p, so cheap. Like you'll always hear people say that herbs from the supermarket bought like this don't do well. Now they don't do well if you keep them in these pots, because there's so many herbs pushed into a small space. So what we need to do is, when we take them out, is to separate them before we plant them, and they should do a lot better. Thyme is the one that likes the quite dry soil. So you can see when you get it out, it's quite moist. Ooh. And if you separate them, you see there's a lot in one pot. And then don't forget that this is one that likes quite dry soil. So we're going to plant this one in here with the soil with the sand. Right in there. Let's see. So the parsley quite likes the sun, so we're going to put that one quite higher up. As you can see, again, loads and loads of parsley in a tiny pot. So again, get rid of that. Make sure this is quite wet when you do it. It's just easy to separate it. And I know it looks a bit floppy at the minute though, because it needs to be planted. And we're going to put this one in the top. This sad little creature is actually mint, and we've got this from the TWW garden. So we're going to plant this one near the bottom as well. So I'll pop this one down here, and that'll thrive in there. Sage, also from the Tomorrow's Women garden. Again, it's looking a bit sad. That's because it needs to be planted again. So we're going to put this one next to the mint, because they grow really well together. So, droopy chives, and these are also from the Tomorrow's Women garden. So these grow really quickly, and chives, as you know, amazing. Cream cheese, chop up some chives, beautiful. And we're going to put the chives at the top, because obviously when they're not droopy, they are quite tall. So hopefully these will pick back up with the sun. So same again from the supermarket, lots and lots of coriander in the pot. So we're going to separate that as well, plant that. Ooh. Makes a mess. But there you go. It's all nicely separated now, and we can plant that one in there. So same again with the basil. Just don't forget to take them out of the pot and separate them. It's the root. We need all the roots separating so they grow. Otherwise they'll just sort of cling together and then just die. So spread them out a little bit. That should. Okay. So as you know, we've put bin bags in. If we just water them now, the water's just going to sit in the bottom and they'll drown. So we've just got a little knife and we're just going to poke some holes in so the water can drain. But we don't want the holes too big, otherwise everything will just fall off the bottom. So if you can get hold of some rosemary, rosemary is really good as well for keeping mosquitoes at bay. Also cabbage moths, the cabbage moths that we get that eat all your plants that we're trying to, all the nice plants that we're trying to grow, they'll keep the cabbage moths at bay. So that's really good to have around. Now we've planted everything, obviously it's going to need good water. Don't forget that with the drier soil, the water will sort of come down from each one. So maybe just don't even bother doing that one because it'll drain down. We're going to give them a little water. You see the water's draining down already from these, so you don't need to, further down you go, less you need. Go. Oh, more there. Okay. So growing your seeds from scratch, we'll do that again, and we'll do that another week. This is just basically potting, but these should take off lovely in this now. And as herbs, you can use herbs for everything. Casseroles, you've got sage and onion stuff in, but they're just really nice. It's just really good to have, and you can just pick one as it is and eat it as well. Salads as well, beautiful on a salad. So as you can see, it's as easy as that. So we'll keep you posted, let you know how it's getting on. I'd love to see anything that you've done yourselves, anything at all you've done with pallets at home, because there's so much out there, so many tutorials on YouTube as well. So in a couple of weeks what we're going to be doing as well is growing some herbs from seeds, so that'll be the next tutorial. So thanks for watching.